Hey guys, happy October. I am currently fighting off a zombie virus, but I was way too excited to not post a vlog today. Today's vlog is a list of my top 10 favorite Halloween specials. This doesn't include stuff like Hocus Pocus, Addams Family, Beetlejuice. I'm putting those in a Halloween movies category. This list is specifically for Halloween specials, mainly made for TV stuff.
On the Disney Sunday movie.
Dad, let's go home.
This is home, sweetheart.
It was their dream home until they met an unexpected house guest.
Time to call a realtor.
Okay, so you don't want to talk, fine.
Beware of Mr. Boogedy. Someday.
That was Mr. Boogedy. There's also a sequel, Bride of Boogedy. Unfortunately, I don't own either of those. Maybe this year I'll have to buy them. This one is more about how people that are different from you aren't necessarily bad or creepy, so I kind of have that message with it. But it's still a fun one, and it has some creepy elements to it.
What's in it? Fish gills and fins and scales? Don't ask. I might be a... You can do it. You can do it. You can do it, baby. I know you can.
Ah, the power of a pretty girl. The Watcher in the Woods. This used to play on the Disney Channel when I was a kid, so my mom never even thought twice about it. I would sit there and watch it, and literally scared the crap out of me. Bette Davis is amazing, and also creepy as hell.
Something happened in these woods. Something that has never been explained. And it's happening again. Now.
Did you hurt yourself?
What began as a game ended when a young girl vanished into thin air.
That was my daughter's name.
Kids in a trance, riding backwards on a window. Creepy!
Not Karen outside there. Don't you understand? It's someone else.
Whatever happened to my Karen could happen to you.
The Watcher in the Woods.
My sister was obsessed with the Olsen Twins when we were kids. We literally owned every single Olsen Twins video ever made. This was my favorite because it was themed around Halloween, and it's actually pretty good.
There's someone at the door, madam. Should I answer it, madam?
No, I'll answer it. You sit here and be filthy rich.
Don't you know what happens on Halloween?
Yeah, you go trick-or-treating. This guy needs to get out more. This guy.
Just let me do all the talking.
Invitations, please.
This is my covenant. I had our invitation, but my black cat ate it.
You have a problem with that?
The Lady in White.
Lady in Red.
Okay, this is the one on my list that doesn't quite fit the criteria of Halloween special. It was not made for TV, and it was not made specifically for Halloween, but I associate it with watching it on TV growing up as a kid, and always during Halloween time, so I included it on this list. This is another one that's kind of dark material for kids. It's actually pretty morbid. It has to do with a serial killer who's murdering children, and this boy Frankie is trying to solve the murder after the murderer tries to kill him too. Mainly this one is on the list because there are some very specific images from Lady in White that have just been forever ingrained in my brain. It's horrifying images, like this enormous red-haired lady floating after the main character. Terrifying when you're like 6 years old watching this. Pretty dark, but this is also a really good one. Very creepy.
The London Bridge crumpled under the monster's huge lizard feet. That's impossible. Or is it? No, don't hurt him. It was too dark. I couldn't see his face. There was a little girl. I saw her. She was killed in the cloakroom.
A girl who wants you to find her killer.
Will you help? Sometimes when someone dies violent, they can't rest in peace.
Come here, child.
Say your prayers.
I love Raggedy Ann and Andy and the Pumpkin Who Couldn't Smile. It kind of traumatized me though, because I always feel really bad when it gets close to Halloween and I see pumpkins that haven't been bought yet. I just kind of want to adopt them all and bring them all home with me. And also I love the fact that he cries little pumpkin seed tears. So sad.
Nobody will adopt me. Nobody. Who wants a glum pumpkin? Nobody. That's who. Everybody wants grinning, happy pumpkins, or horrible, evil, wonderful pumpkins. But glum pumpkins, never. But I can't help it. That's the way I was carved. Oh, why wasn't I left in the pumpkin patch? I could have gone in another line of work, been a pie or something. But now, nobody wants me, and tonight's Halloween!
Number 4 on the list is Donald's Scary Tales. My mom used to rent this for me all the time from the video store. We never bought it, but I just used to rent it frequently, all the time, even when it wasn't Halloween season. It's just a compilation of Disney shorts, classic Disney shorts, which I'm obsessed with.
That is all. Brackenridge.
My brother and my sister and I used to try and do the skeleton dance. We would dance along with the skeletons. Some of the moves we could do, some of the other ones were a little more difficult, like keeping our head in place and dragging the rest of our bones across the floor. We never quite perfected that one. Number 3 on my list is one of my all-time favorites. I used to watch this one on the Disney Channel every October. Back then it was called The Halloween That Almost Wasn't. It has since been retitled The Night Dracula Saved the World. 2 really long, complicated titles. I love that it featured all the classic monsters. 2 best parts of this movie: teeny tiny bat, teeny tiny bat, teeny tiny bat, teeny tiny bat, and disco dancing.
I want equal authority with you as co-leader of the monster world.
Agree to share my powers? Never!
Teeny tiny bat, teeny tiny bat, teeny tiny bat, teeny tiny bat, teeny tiny bat.
Keep on thinking, don't stop thinking.
Number 2 on my list is The Halloween Tree. I am a huge Ray Bradbury fan, and unfortunately I never got to see him read. But he narrates The Halloween Tree, so I love his words, and I love his voice, and I love the sound of his voice reading his own words and describing fall and what it's like to be a kid on Halloween. This is another slightly morbid one. It's just kind of fascinating, the idea of this group of friends fighting to save their friend's soul.
There must be a million of them. Pumpkins! Look at them all. A pumpkin tree.
No! A Halloween tree!
The pumpkins on the tree were not mere pumpkins. Each had a face sliced in it. Each face was different. Every nose was a weirder nose. Every mouth smiled hideously in some new way. 1,000 grimaces and twice times 1,000 glares of fresh-cut eyes. Each blink held the remnant holiday spirit of years gone by.
Look! That pumpkin! It looks just like Pip. Come on, we gotta help him.
Children, no! No more interference. It belongs to me. Bring it here.
Alright, number 1 on the list. Are you ready for this, Jelly? Drum roll, please. DTV's Monster Hits. DTV was basically Disney's answer to MTV. D as in Disney, television, clever Disney. This is basically 80s pop hits, edited and mashed up with classic Disney clips. And DTV's Monster Hits is all Halloween-themed clips and music. What's not to love?
Disney's DTV Monster Hits. Tonight, we'll share some slightly scary monster hits.
Alright guys, so that is my top 10 list. Now, what are some of your favorite Halloween specials? Are there any that I left off? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time. I'm gonna go drink a lot of Theraflu and pass out now.